Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a recipe. I'm going to be cooking. It's not from our prepper pantry, but it's a good recipe. It's great comfort food. It's a family favorite of ours. I know it's Amy's favorite. Brent's not feeling well today, so he's home. It's Monday. Amy had a hard day at work, probably because it's Monday. So what a great time to fix a recipe of comfort food for my family. This is also one of my favorite freezer meals that I like to put together and stick it in the freezer, but I'm not doing that today. I'm just gonna fix it, bake it, and feed it to my family. I usually use leftover ham. This is my go-to recipe for leftover ham. I don't have any leftover ham, but I did get some of the diced ham from Walmart, and this is just fine. So I'm gonna be using ham. The name of my recipe is Ham and Hasbrown Casserole. Some people call it, well, without the ham, because you can fix it without ham and it would be a wonderful potato side dish. Lots of people do that. Around here, people call it funeral potatoes. I don't know why, but yeah, so some people like to use shredded hash browns in their recipe. My recipe calls for the Southern style hash browns, which are the cubes. And so yeah, that's what we're doing today on the channel. And I'm gonna turn the camera down so you can watch me put this all together. And I hope you like it and try it for your family and let me know what you think. It's one of our favorites. Okay guys, I'm gonna flip the camera. All right, I think you can see everything pretty well. First thing I'm going to be sticking in my bowl is my hash brown potatoes. I'm using Great Value brand frozen Southern style hash browns. I will include the recipe, will be included in my description down below, so be sure and check that out. Okay, so there's our hash browns, and I like to break them up as good as I can because I don't know why, but when they're frozen, they just like to kind of clump. So they will stir better and be more evenly distributed if I can, you know, break up any of the big clumps. I kind of pound them on the countertop for a few minutes before I start my recipe. So that breaks them up pretty good. All right, so there's our potatoes. Next, we'll put in our ham. Okay, so there's our ham and potatoes. Next is gonna be, I've used cream of mushroom soup before, cream of chicken soup. Today I'm using cream of celery just because I have some that I need to use, and I think this would give a good flavor to my recipe. So in goes the soup. I've also made my own cream of soup, and you can do that and put it in here instead of the canned soup. So, all right, now let me think a minute. Oh, sour cream. Again, I'm using Great Value brand. Sour cream. I think this is a 16-ounce container. I think I'm going to use half of that amount. I can't remember. I don't have my recipe just right in front of me. I thought I would remember it because I've made this so much. Yeah, I'm just going to use 8 ounces of sour cream because I had 10 ounces of soup. I think that's a good. I think that's a good balance. I'll stir it up, and if I think it needs more, I'll add more. But for right now, I'm thinking less is going to be better. Salt. I will put the recipe specifics in the description below, but for now, I'm just going to give it a good shake. I think the amount it calls for is 3/4 of a teaspoon, but I'm not positive. Pepper, same. I'm just going to do a shake. And the recipe calls for green onions. I prefer onion powder. And I'm using Great Value, and again, I'm just giving it a shake, about probably a teaspoon's worth. All right, and then before we start stirring, we need our shredded cheese. I'm using mild shredded cheddar cheese. Okay, so there's our, oh, it also calls for a tablespoon of butter. So I've got some softened butter here. I'm gonna just use what's left in this sleeve here. And all right, now it's a little bit difficult to mix because those potatoes are frozen. And if you thaw them out very much, they're mushy and don't stir well. So we struggle along and do the best we can mixing little by little. Also, I have an interesting kind of FYI for everyone. My topping for this casserole calls for cornflakes. You just give them just a rough crush and melted butter, and that's the topping. You mix the crumbled cornflakes with melted butter. Well, when I went to place my order, cornflakes was $3.98 for a box of cornflakes, and I wouldn't do it. I was to the point, I was like, nope, I will make do with something else, because we don't eat a lot of cornflakes here. And I remember not long ago paying like $1 something for a box of cornflakes, and to go to $4 so quickly, I'm just thinking, I don't think so. So for my topping on my casserole, I have melted a stick of butter, and I will be using breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs and melted butter makes a very tasty topping. And I know my family's gonna miss the cornflakes, and they'll be telling me how they prefer the cornflakes, but hopefully they will understand when I tell them how much they were. Prices are climbing. Britt did find me some Dr. Pepper though, you guys. He went to the Walmart in my town and they had Dr. Pepper, so he got me 2 cubes of Dr. Pepper. And the price was not outrageous. So, yay, what a nice husband, right? Because he doesn't exactly think I should drink Dr. Pepper. But he supports me in my bad behavior, right? All right, this is mixing slowly but surely. You guys, I hope you try this because it is so good. You just can't imagine how good it is. All right, I think I've got it mixed up very well. I'll let you look at it, see. All right, so I have my handy dandy baking pan. I will pour my casserole into my pan. My oven is preheating at 350. And this will make way more than the 3 of us will eat. I could have actually frozen half of it, but my freezer's really full, guys. So it will be eaten as leftovers, trust me. Brent will take it to work for lunch. Amy will have it off and on. I probably will too. Okay. So. And I've got it on my shirt, of course I do. Okay, there it is in our pan. Set that aside. Go get a spoon to mix up our topping. Okay. I do have a prepper recipe from my prepping pantry. I will be fixing that and bringing you all along sometime later this week. Tonight just felt more like a Hashbrown casserole type of night. Okay, So to a stick of butter, I'm gonna add, I don't know, 3/4 a cup, maybe to a cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm using plain breadcrumbs. I'm not using the Italian seasoned. You could use whatever you want for a topping. Ritz crackers crumbled with melted butter also makes a nice topping. When I get this topping on, I will pop it in the oven for near an hour, probably 50 minutes to an hour, because the potatoes are frozen. So they will need to be sure and thaw out and then bake completely so they'll be nice and soft. So, all right, I think a little bit more crumbs. So maybe I used too much butter, right? And I'm gonna just use my hands to squish it all up and make it all crumbly. Okay. I probably should have used a half a stick of butter, but that'll be fine. It's a very tasty topping, so it won't cause anyone any problems if they have to eat a little bit more of it than they're used to, right? All right, here's our casserole. And I'm just gonna crumble our topping on. It's Monday, everyone, and I hope you're all having a good week. Hope you're looking forward to your week ahead. Hope it goes well. Hope you're all staying safe and happy and healthy and all of the good things. All right, so actually that is not way too much topping. So there we go. And it's gonna go in the oven, like I said, for 50 minutes to an hour. And when it comes out, I'll bring you back for a taste test. Okay guys, there's our casserole fresh from the oven. Let me show you all. Dip a serving. See the ham and cheese and the potatoes. There we go. Okay guys, let's have our taste test. Really, really good. Try this recipe and let me know if you enjoy it. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.